There are discoveries in space that scientists don't talk about publicly because they know most people couldn't handle the implications. Things that violate the laws of physics as we understand them. Objects so massive they shouldn't exist. Signals from empty regions of space that repeat with mechanical precision. And phenomena that suggest the universe isn't just indifferent to human life, it's actively hostile to it. In 1967, astronomers detected a radio signal so regular and precise that they named it LGM-1, Little Green Men 1. They thought they'd discovered alien communication. The signal pulsed exactly every 1.33 seconds without variation. Scientists debated whether to announce first contact with extraterrestrial intelligence. Then they found three more identical signals from different parts of the sky. The truth was worse than aliens. They discovered pulsars, dead stars spinning hundreds of times per second, blasting radiation that would sterilize any planet within light years. Nature had created machines more precise than anything humans could build, and they existed to kill. In 2007, astronomers discovered a void in space so large it defies every cosmological model. It's called the Eridanus supervoid. It's 1 billion light-years across. That's 10% of the observable universe, just empty. No galaxies, no stars, no matter, just nothing. In a region where models predict there should be 10,000 galaxies. Scientists have no explanation. The void is so large that light from the Big Bang shows a cold spot there, meaning this emptiness has existed since the beginning of time. Something created a hole in reality itself. In 2015, the Kepler Space Telescope detected something orbiting a star 1,280 light-years away that shouldn't exist. The star Kamuk 8462852, nicknamed Tabby's star, dimmed by 22% over irregular intervals. No known natural phenomenon causes this. Planets cause 1% dimming. Dust clouds cause gradual dimming. This was massive, irregular, and inexplicable. Scientists proposed megastructures, artificial constructions built by advanced civilizations. The alternative explanations were almost as disturbing, a cloud of shattered planetary debris, or something consuming the star from the inside. But here's what should terrify anyone who thinks space is just empty darkness between pretty stars. These aren't anomalies. These are the things we've discovered in the tiny fraction of the universe we can observe. We've examined less than 0.001% of space, and we've already found phenomena that break our understanding of physics, objects that violate the laws of planetary formation, and signals that sound like someone or something is trying to communicate. The universe isn't empty. It's full of horrors we're only beginning to detect. This is the most horrifying thing scientists have found in space. Why each one challenges everything we thought we knew about reality. And why the deeper we look into the cosmos, the more we find things that suggest we're not supposed to be here. TOS 1. The Great Attractor. Something is pulling our galaxy into the void. In the 1970s, astronomers realized our galaxy isn't moving through space randomly. It's being pulled violently towards something. The Milky Way, along with hundreds of thousands of other galaxies, is rushing toward a point in space at 2.2 million kilometers per hour. We call it the Great Attractor. We can't see what it is. It's hidden behind the Milky Way's galactic plane. It has the gravitational pull of tens of thousands of galaxies. We're accelerating towards something with such immense mass that it's dragging our entire galactic neighborhood with it. And we have no idea what it is. The gravitational force required to move millions of galaxies suggests a mass concentration that shouldn't be possible under current physics. Some models suggest it's not an object, but a massive gravitational anomaly, a wound in space-time itself. But here's what makes it worse. In 2016, astronomers discovered something beyond the Great Attractor, something even larger pulling it. They call it the Shapley Supercluster, a collection of galaxies so massive that it makes the Great Attractor look insignificant. Our galaxy is being pulled towards something, which is being pulled towards something else, creating a cosmic cascade of gravitational force we can't map or understand. We're not moving through space on our own trajectory. We're being pulled by forces so vast we can barely detect them, toward destinations we can't see, on timescales that span billions of years. Everything you've ever known, every human, every civilization, every star you can see, is falling towards something, and we don't know what happens when we get there. Zweite zombie stars, dead suns that refuse to die. When massive stars die, they explode in supernovas so violent they outshine entire galaxies for weeks. The star is destroyed completely. Or so we thought. Astronomers watched a supernova called IPTF-14 Hels that exploded, faded, and then exploded again. And again, and again. Over the course of 3 years, this dead star erupted 5 times, each explosion releasing energy equivalent to 100 million suns. This star should not exist. After a supernova, the star's core either becomes a black hole or a neutron star. Both are stable, dead objects. This star kept exploding, meaning somehow its core remained intact, despite undergoing destruction events that should have annihilated it. Scientists have no mechanism to explain how a star can survive its own death multiple times. But here's the truly disturbing part. The star had been exploding for at least 50 years before we noticed. Meaning, there could be thousands of these zombie stars throughout the universe, dying and resurrecting in cycles we don't understand. And if stars can refuse to die according to physics, what else in the universe operates by rules we haven't discovered? Death isn't final, even for stars. The fundamental assumption that stellar evolution follows predictable patterns is wrong. If we can't predict how stars die, the most well-understood process in astrophysics, we can't predict anything about the universe's ultimate fate. We don't know the rules we're playing by. 3. The Buddhist void, the largest empty space in the universe. In 1981, astronomers mapping galaxy distributions found a spherical region of space 330 million light-years in diameter, containing almost nothing. The Buddhist void should contain approximately 2,000 galaxies based on the surrounding density. It contains 60. That's 97% fewer galaxies than should exist. We have no natural process that creates voids this large. Galaxy formation is driven by gravity, which should create relatively uniform distributions. Voids exist, but they're usually 50 Mickey. The Buddhist void is so large that if the Milky Way were in its center, we wouldn't have discovered other galaxies until the 1960s. Our entire understanding of cosmology would be different. But here's what makes astronomers nervous. Computer simulations of the universe's evolution can't reproduce the Buddhist void. Every model that tries to create something this large requires modifying the laws of physics or introducing unknown forces. One theory suggests it's the scar of a collision between our universe and another universe during the first moments after the Big Bang. Another suggests something consumed everything in that region and might still be there. There are structures in the universe so large they shouldn't exist according to our models. Either our fundamental understanding of cosmology is wrong, or something created that void through processes we can't imagine. And if something could erase 2,000 galaxies from a region of space, what's stopping it from expanding? 4. Fast radio bursts, signals from nothing. Aimed at Earth in 2007, astronomers reviewing old data discovered a radio signal that lasted 5 milliseconds and released more energy than the sun produces in a month. It came from a region of space with no visible source, no star, no galaxy, nothing. They called it a fast radio burst, FRB. Since then, we've detected over 800 of them. Most appear once and never repeat. Some repeat with mathematical precision. We have no natural explanation for what produces this much energy in milliseconds. The leading theories involve neutron stars, black holes, or colliding stellar remnants, but none fully explain the observations. Some FRBs repeat every 16 days with perfect regularity. Natural processes aren't that precise. But here's what keeps astronomers up at night. We detected FRB 180916 repeating every 16.35 days, exactly, and all the bursts were aimed at Earth. The probability of this being random is astronomical. Either we're incredibly lucky, or something is broadcasting signals in our direction deliberately. The signals are too energetic to be artificial. No civilization could generate that much power. But the precision suggests intent. We're detecting signals from empty regions of space, some of which repeat with mechanical accuracy, and some of which are specifically directed at our planet. We don't know what's sending them. We don't know why they're aimed at us. And we don't know if they're warnings, communication attempts, or something else entirely. 5. The cold spot, a hole in the cosmic microwave background. The cosmic microwave background is the afterglow of the Big Bang, a perfectly uniform temperature across the entire sky at 2.7 Kelvin. Except for one spot, a region of sky 1.8 billion light-years across that's 70 microkelvins colder than the rest. The cold spot shouldn't exist. The universe should be uniform at this scale. Scientists proposed it might be caused by the Eridanus supervoid, that massive empty region mentioned earlier. But even that void isn't large enough or empty enough to create this much cooling. In 2015, researchers concluded the cold spot can't be explained by known physics. One team suggested it might be evidence of a parallel universe colliding with ours during the Big Bang, a scar from a collision between reality and something else. But here's the existential nightmare. If the cold spot is evidence of a multiverse collision, it means our universe has been damaged. The laws of physics might not be uniform. There could be regions where different rules apply. And if universes can collide, ours might collide with another in the future. Everything we know about physics assumes universal consistency. The cold spot suggests that assumption is wrong. There's a permanent scar on reality itself. Either our models of the universe are completely wrong, or something happened during the Big Bang that broke physics in a region billions of light-years across. We're living in a damaged universe and don't know what caused the damage or what it means for the future. 6. ULAS J1120 plus 0641, the black hole that shouldn't exist. In 2011, astronomers discovered a quasar, a supermassive black hole actively consuming matter that existed just 770 million years after the Big Bang. The black hole has a mass of 2 billion suns. That's impossible. Black holes grow by consuming matter over billions of years. This one existed when the universe was only 5% of its current age. It didn't have time to grow that large. For this black hole to exist, it would need to consume matter at rates that violate the Eddington limit, the maximum rate at which a black hole can feed before radiation pressure blows away incoming material. Or it would need to have formed from an impossibly large seed black hole right after the Big Bang. Neither explanation works under known physics, but here's the worst discovery. We've now found dozens of these early supermassive black holes. They're not anomalies. They're common. The universe was creating black holes with billions of solar masses less than 1 billion years after the Big Bang, and we have no mechanism to explain how. Either black holes can grow much faster than we thought possible, or they formed through processes that don't exist anymore. The early universe operated under different rules than today. Black holes could form and grow through mechanisms that no longer function. If the laws of physics were different 13 billion years ago, they might be different 13 billion years in the future. Nothing is permanent, not even the fundamental forces that govern reality. 7. The wow signal, 72 seconds that changed everything. 1977, the Big Ear radio telescope detected a signal from space so powerful and so unusual that astronomer Jerry Eman wrote, "Wow," in the margins of the printout. The signal lasted 72 seconds, came from the constellation Sagittarius, and was exactly the frequency that hydrogen, the most common element, naturally emits. It was 30 times stronger than background noise. It never repeated. The signal had all the characteristics of artificial transmission, meaning it wasn't natural radio noise. It was at a frequency specifically chosen to stand out from cosmic background. It matched exactly what SETI researchers predicted an alien signal would look like, but it came from a region of space with no stars, no planets, nothing within light years of that location. But here's what makes it truly disturbing. In 2020, amateur astronomers found a sun-like star in the exact region where the signal originated. The star, 2 mass, 1928198282640123, is the right age, the right size, and the right distance to potentially have habitable planets. The signal was detected 43 years ago. If someone sent it deliberately, they did so knowing it would take decades to reach us. They know we're here now. Either we detected a one-time natural phenomenon so rare we haven't seen it again in 47 years, or we detected artificial transmission from an intelligence we can't comprehend. Neither option is comforting. If it was natural, the universe can create phenomena that perfectly mimic intelligence. If it was artificial, someone out there knew we were listening and sent us a signal we're still trying to understand. 8. The axis of evil. The universe has a direction. When scientists analyzed the cosmic microwave background, they expected random fluctuations. Instead, they found an alignment. The largest temperature fluctuations in the CMB align with each other and with the ecliptic plane of our solar system. This is called the axis of evil because it shouldn't exist. On cosmic scales, there should be no preferred direction in space. The universe is supposed to be isotropic, the same in all directions. The cosmological principle, the foundation of modern cosmology, assumes this. The axis of evil violates that principle. The largest structures in the universe are aligned with our solar system's plane. This could be coincidence, with odds of about 1 in 100,000, or it could mean Earth occupies a special position in the universe. But here's the heretical implication. If Earth is in a special position, the cosmological principle is wrong. Most of modern cosmology is wrong. Dark energy, dark matter, the expansion of the universe. All these theories depend on the universe being uniform. The axis of evil suggests it isn't. We might be living in a universe specifically structured around our location. Either we've discovered the most unlikely coincidence in cosmic history, or the universe has structure and directionality at the largest scales, which means everything we think we know about cosmology needs to be reconsidered. We might not be insignificant specks in an indifferent cosmos. We might be at a very specific, very special location, and we don't know why. 9. The Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall, a structure too large to exist, in 2013. Astronomers mapping gamma-ray bursts discovered they weren't randomly distributed. They formed a structure. The Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall is a galactic superstructure containing billions of galaxies, stretching 10 billion light-years across. That's 10% of the observable universe. It's the largest known structure in existence. Structures this large can't exist. The universe is only 13.8 billion years old. For gravity to pull galaxies into a structure this large would require more time than the universe has existed. The structure violates the cosmological principle, the assumption that matter is distributed relatively uniformly at large scales. But here's why this breaks physics. Light takes 10 billion years to cross this structure. Gravity moves at the speed of light. For this structure to form through gravitational attraction, but they're so far apart that information can't travel between them fast enough. This structure formed through a process we can't explain. The universe contains structures so large they shouldn't be possible under the laws of physics as we understand them. Either our models of cosmic structure formation are completely wrong, or something other than gravity shaped the universe at the largest scales. We don't know what, we don't know how, and we don't know what else might be out there that we haven't detected yet. 10. The Great Silence. Why space is empty. when it shouldn't be. This isn't a single discovery, it's the absence of discovery. The Fermi paradox asks, if the universe is 13.8 billion years old, and there are 400 billion stars in our galaxy alone, where is everyone? We should see evidence of alien civilizations everywhere. We see nothing, no signals, no megastructures, no signs of intelligence anywhere in the observable universe. There are several possible explanations, and all of them are terrifying. Maybe intelligent civilizations are common, but they all destroy themselves before achieving interstellar travel. Maybe there's a great filter, some evolutionary or technological barrier that no civilization survives. Maybe we're the first intelligent species in the galaxy. Maybe we're the last. Maybe civilizations exist but are deliberately silent. Maybe something is keeping them silent. But here's the most disturbing possibility. Maybe advanced civilizations exist but have determined that making their presence known is suicidal. Maybe the universe is a dark forest where survival depends on silence, because something out there destroys any civilization that broadcasts its location. The universe could be full of intelligence, all of it hiding in terror from something we haven't encountered yet. Space should be teeming with life and intelligence. Either we're completely alone in a universe that should be full of civilizations, or those civilizations existed and something happened to all of them. Or they're out there right now watching us and staying silent for reasons we don't understand. Every explanation is existentially horrifying. Why the universe is hostile to life. Here's the pattern. The more we study space, the more we find phenomena that violate our understanding of physics, structures that shouldn't exist, and signals that suggest intelligence or something worse. The universe isn't the orderly, predictable place we pretended it was. Stars refuse to die. Voids exist where galaxies should be. Black holes form faster than physics allows. Signals come from nothing. The cosmic background has scars. Structures exist that are too large to be possible. And through all of this, the universe is silent. No aliens, no intelligence, nothing but us and phenomena we can't explain. But here's what all of these discoveries have in common. They suggest the universe operates by rules we haven't discovered. The laws of physics we've identified work for local, small-scale phenomena. But at cosmic scales, or in extreme conditions, different rules apply. Rules we don't understand, rules that allow stars to resurrect, voids to erase reality, and structures to form that violate causality. The universe isn't indifferent to life. It's actively hostile. Gamma-ray bursts sterilize entire regions of galaxies. Supermassive black holes consume everything nearby. Pulsars blast radiation that would kill any planet within light years. Rogue planets are ejected into the freezing void. The universe is a machine specifically designed to create life and then destroy it in countless creative ways. And the more we look, the more horrors we find. These 10 discoveries are what we've detected from Earth with primitive telescopes in the last 50 years. We've examined less than 1/1,000,000th of the observable universe. What else is out there that we haven't detected? What phenomena exist that we don't have the technology to observe? What intelligence might be present that we can't recognize? The universe is 13.8 billion years old and 93 billion light-years across. It contains 2 trillion galaxies, each with hundreds of billions of stars. We've examined a microscopic fraction of it, and we've already found phenomena that break physics, structures that shouldn't exist, and signals that might be communication from intelligences we can't comprehend. The most horrifying realization isn't what we've found. It's knowing that these discoveries are just the beginning. The universe is full of things we haven't detected yet. Things that operate by rules we don't understand. Things that might be watching us right now, from distances too vast to imagine, through methods we can't detect. Space isn't empty darkness between pretty stars. It's an infinite void full of phenomena that violate reality. Structures that break physics, and probably intelligences that exist on scales we can't comprehend. And every time we point a telescope deeper into space, We find more evidence that we're not supposed to understand. We're not supposed to be here. And the universe has countless ways to remind us of that fact. Welcome to the cosmos. It's worse than you thought.